Hello there, my name is Sophia Johnston and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my second video in my Drawtober 2020 series, and if you didn't notice, I actually decorated for this one. Halloween's actually my favorite holiday, so I did the best with what I had on hand. Sorry if it's still not great. But anyway, this second prompt actually took me much longer than the first prompt did, and if you haven't seen my first video, you don't actually know how that came out. I'm very happy with how it did, and the video is only 4 minutes long, so you go ahead and just go watch it, please. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Anyway, this prompt took me much longer to do, and maybe I just made things harder on myself, and that's why it took me so long. But that is part of the reason why this video didn't come sooner, so I'm sorry about that, but I hope you enjoy the video anyway. While editing this video, the footage of me doing the line work up to this point got deleted, and it took me over an hour and a half to get this far. And as you can see, I am actually still doing line work. This is because of the teeny tiny little details of my sketch that made it very difficult to erase the lines I didn't want while still keeping the ones that I did want. So in order to avoid this, I decided to do 2 rounds of sketching and line work. Anyway, let me just explain to you what I've drawn here. Now, when I first saw that the prompt was Wicked Apothecary, I immediately thought of apothecary shops to draw my inspiration from, and instead of being filled with herbs, herbal remedies, and other medicines, it would be filled with spells, potions, poisons, and other spooky and witchy things. But when I looked up what the definition of an apothecary was, I found out that an apothecary is actually the person who makes and sells the medicines rather than the place that they are sold at. This kind of took the wind out of my sails for a moment, but then I realized that my drawing still connected with the prompt. It was just in a less obvious way. So in actuality, what I've drawn is the storeroom / laboratory of sorts belonging to one wicked apothecary, which in my mind would of course be a witch. So my phone stopped recording, and I'm still not really sure why, but this is where we are now, and I have done all of the inking required, and now I am on to colored pencil. And maybe you were wondering, why is there a window in the middle of this apothecary witch's storage wall? And the answer to that is because I wanted to include this little wolf on the moon. Why, you ask? Because when I first thought of what to actually put on the shelves, I thought of this little guy right up here, and if you didn't know, he's a mascot for a certain YouTuber, and I thought he just fit in perfectly with the theme, so I decided to make a fun little challenge and put in references to all of the YouTubers that I subscribe to and watch on a regular basis. So everything you see apart from the mortar and pestle, the unlabeled bottles, and the candles are a reference to YouTube channels, some of which are quite obscure while others are quite obvious. I will leave a comment below the video listing all of the references in case any of you wanted to try and figure out which YouTube channels they belong to, and I'll also link the YouTube channels in the description box in case you wanted to check out their content. Anywho, that was a long-winded explanation as to why there is a window. Overall, I'm very happy with how the final artwork came out. I think it looks pretty unique there with the window in the middle. And another thing I tried differently was line shading, which I haven't done very much of in the past. But I think it works very well with the aesthetic of the rest of the piece. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Enjoy the rest of the time lapse!